But anyway, JFK had 3 11s involved in his death. He was murdered on November, the 11th month, 22nd day. Remember 22, just like Heath Ledger, 22, 1963. You got 11, cut 22 in half, 11, 11, 11. They're big on it. You look at the Bank of America logo. The kind of box is 3 11s, 3 11s. Anyway, Marilyn Monroe, she had 13 in her death and a 9 because of her age. You know, she was 36. That's 9. So she had a 9 and 13. And Donda West, Kanye's mom is sad. Illuminati sacrifice. You know, you have to make a blood sacrifice. Once you reach a certain level in plateau and prestige, you have to make a blood sacrifice to get in the game. And a lot of times they want somebody personal because they're gonna manipulate you and get you to do all types of things. So they try to get you to sacrifice one of the people that's most influential to you. But anyway, her death, all 9/11, all in it. She died November 11th. Well, November is the 11th month of the year, but the 10th, 2007. So you have the 11th month, 11. Like I said before, you go month, year. Let's go month, 11, 2007. What's 2 plus 7? 9. 9/11. I guess it's a coincidence that all these names I named off have 9 and 11s all in them. 9 and 11s. Luciferian, satanic numbers. And that they use for rituals for the deaths. Now, this is just some food for thought. Some more food for thought. Here's The Rock. His family, you know, and I'm glad that they didn't die. But when I found out about it, it just seemed funny to me that, you know, Rock was the highest grossing actor, highest paid grossing actor for 2013. And like I said, once you reach that certain first, you got to play the homosexual role just to get in the game, which he did in the movie Be Cool, where he played a gay dude. And then once that, like I said, to reach a certain plateau, they say, okay, you owe us. We want such and such and such and such. And a lot of times they'll just say, you'll just hear about it. They say, okay, for this certain prestige or this certain amount of money or whatever, we're going to take your mother. And we're not going to give you the particulars, but that's who we're going to take. And we'll let you know once the job, well, you'll find out once the job is done. Let's look at when I just sat right here doing the study, the particulars around what just happened with his mom and his, I want to say, his cousin, who's a female wrestler for WWE. See, Rock, the highest paid grossing actor, now he has this movie coming out, and he has other movies coming out and been coming out. He owes them a lot. And he was about to give them 2 for 1. I'm just throwing food for thought. But look, this hit me this strange. His other cousin was riding in front. So his mom and the wrestling cousin, the female wrestling cousin, was riding in a Jeep. And his other cousin is riding in front of them. And a car, they said, who was a drunk driver, just comes out the blue and smashes their car. They're in a line of cars, and only her car gets struck. The car aims right at her car, and boom, hits them head on, literally trying to kill him. Google the pictures, and the person gets away. So they say drunk driver, but how do they know? They're just assuming it was a drunk driver. They haven't caught anybody. And then when you look at the cars, the car was messed up more than the Jeep. Even though both cars was messed up and they hit head on. Now the person is in a line. That person was distinctly aiming for Rock Mother's car and hit head on. Boom. If that person was that drunk, how did they get away so clean and so easy and so fast? My first thoughts and reaction is, Once they got hit, once they hit, boom, if you're planning it out and it's a planned hit, boom, you're expecting them to die from a fast head-on collision, the person coming fast. But Rock's mom is tough. I mean, it is his mom. But it easily could have had somebody waiting right around the corner or following close by in another car, get out, run, jump in another car. But somebody drunk, that drunk, to hit them head on. See, I'm thinking they were riding and it was and they boom like that. But to distinctly hit them like that, if you're that drunk, you're not going to get away that fast. I'm sorry. And plus, you're going to leave some kind of evidence at the scene. These people was prepared and ready for a head-on collision. They still haven't caught the person that hit his mom's car. I just believe she was supposed to be his sacrifice to the gang, to the Illuminati. You know, him, her, and his cousin were supposed to be the sacrifices that he was supposed to make to the Illuminati. You know, the person gets away scot-free. They have no clue, no idea who did it. How do they know it was a drunk driver? And how does a drunk driver just run away, flees the scene so easily and just gone, you know, with no trace? Just some food to think about. But like I said, Robin Williams' death also, he's 63. That's a 9 on the 11th, 9/11. Heath Ledger, 3 11s. Aaliyah, 11. Paul Walker, 11. Whitney Houston dies on the 11th. John Ritter on the 11th. Pt.2 on the 11th. Bob Marley on the 11th. Sylvia Plath on the 11th. Alexander McQueen on the 11th. John Lennon, 11. Brian Jones, 9. Alex Wilson, 9. Jimi Hendrix, 3/9. Jim Morrison, 9. Kurt Cobain, 9. Amy Winehouse, 9/11. JFK, 3 11s. Marilyn Monroe, 9 and 13. Dondo West, 9/11. I'm just saying, coincidence can only go so far before you see a pattern. Our enemies are not playing. And it's my wish and hope that people realize, as they see that we're living in a satanic world run by Satanists and Luciferians at every corner and every doorstep. We need Jesus. You will not survive without Jesus. I will not make it without being at the Savior's feet 24/7. We will not survive if we're not at the feet of Christ 24/7. Y'all have a blessed one.